it turns out, started on the Pearl Jam Alive solo up here at the 12th fret. On the second lick, it seems like, but nonetheless, we're playing it, and I think you can probably, between the web tab, and or if you can just do it by ear, figure out how the first lick went, you know? But here we are up at the 12th fret, playing E minor pentatonic, which we might have learned at the 5th fret initially, where we're going pinky makes sense here, shifting our thumb over the top around the 3rd string, but not like this to the point where we lose our hand in the front, just hooking it over the top. We reach out here for the ring finger, with that feeling of your middle finger and ring finger being attached to each other, where if you were on the 3rd string bending, you'd be pushing up with both of them while keeping your first finger on the string as well, as though you might have to do something like that. Now that's kind of obvious, just these 3 fingers go here. When we move on to the 2nd string, your middle finger is going to move to the 7th fret, where it's just going to be because that's a good place to leave it for bends. And that's the primary function it's serving by going with your ring finger. Because if we were doing that, we'd probably be doing something with our pinky anyway. But nonetheless, there we go. That's the positioning. And then we also talked about how out in front, adjacent, there's this little 2 string. I'm just going 8th fret, 10th fret, 8th fret, and 10th fret. If we look, is adjacent to our A minor pentatonic 1, and a huge percentage of what people play in modern rock solos and blues solos and old blues solos, etc. Give me some version of that pentatonic 1 box with those few notes out there, and then plenty of other things happen, but almost a disappointing percentage. We also talked about adding the blues note, the blue note right there, the devil's interval. That's supposed to be the latest thing ever. But yeah, so instead of just 2 notes per string, we on the 5th string get this 5, 6, 7 in this case. Or when we're doing it up at the 12th fret, we're going right there. And we're going to be extending out to that. So easier on an electric guitar, but doable. So we went. So that's me going bend, and then like that. So like that, and then bending on my 2nd string. That's like that. Let me see, what is it? Sorry. Now I'm wanting to do it from the beginning, so let me pause this and I'll actually give you the real deal. Okay, bro, we're going off book here to what actually happens in the song. So we've got, just going down the scale, and then on the 3rd string we get our most commonly bent note, which is the 3rd string ring finger. We're gonna go. So that's bend, return, pull off. And if you have to do each one as a distinctive movement, but it's actually pretty doable going. Don't worry if you sound the strings above it with your left hand. But yeah, so that is just one total pick in. So he plays, and then it stays kind of cool, like a easy right there. So yeah. Same note again, bending. So let's talk about doing those bends back to back. Believe it or not, if you kind of assume it's not going to be hard, muting with your right hand in between, because we don't want to hear, we want to hear just, and in slow motion I'm going, so we're muting with our hand. Just try to do it, assume it's easy, see if it isn't hard, easy to go. Just go for 2 of them, and then we're actually going. So that was us so far. And then there's like another second, and then we pick up with where I actually started writing stuff. yeah, so that's where we pick up. So there's a couple notes, boom, and then we started with, that's a really super in everything lick that, and so there we go, and that's a unison, same note. So, and then what? Sorry, let me commune with it. I'm glad I did this. I know I have some version. I guess some old computer, God knows. So, yeah. Yeah, so that was, and then, so we get that same that we already did. So, super straightforward as far as structurally. That's all this note or this note on the third string. So there we were. On the heels of the previous thing, and obviously I'm at like 348 in the song right now. And then we go, and there's our blue note. That makes it the blues scale. We actually it does an index finger bend at the end, but yeah. Like you're going down the scale, like you're going back up it. And then the last notes, if you want to try to do an index finger bend, but you could totally just go, and you'd feel like you did it. So all those things instead of a approximate starting a one lick in version, we'll just do the actual one. We can consider the first couple licks an ear training problem, but I think this video is demonstrative enough for you because you're good at this, man. I'll see you soon. Cheers. Enjoy.